So you are now 33 weeks pregnant, and that is another week down and another week closer to baby being here. So let's see if we can pass the time and see what baby is up to this week. Well, that not so little baby is now weighing in at around 4 pounds, or maybe just a little bit over, and lengthwise they are measuring in at around 43 centimetres long. And when it comes to size comparisons, they are about the same size as a pineapple, which is actually a fruit said to bring on labour, but we'll hold off on too much of that just yet. Talking of size and weight, you're probably at that stage now where you're wondering just how big this baby of yours is going to be when they're born. Now, this can vary and depend on baby to baby and can be based on things like genetics or other conditions such as gestational diabetes, where babies can tend to be bigger than average. A good thing to do if you're really curious is to ask around. How heavy were you and how heavy were your partner? What about family members as well? For example, my son, who was my first, was 8 pounds 6 ounces, and my daughter, who was my second, was actually 8 pounds 11. Now, I was born at 8 pound 11 and a half ounces, and my other half was around 8 pound 1, and he was actually a week early, so there's definitely a trend there. So what else is new with baby this week? Well, you may find that their movements are much more intense now, because with all of that baby inside of your uterus, your amniotic fluid has maxed out now at 33 weeks. So you may actually find that you've got more baby than amniotic fluid now. So let's take a look at some real scan footage for week 33. Now, we talked about baby, but what about you? How are you feeling, and what is being 33 weeks pregnant really like? Well, here at Channel Mum, we're comparing the textbook versus the truth with a little help from some expectant mums just like you. So how are we doing? Do you feel ready? Are you prepared? Have you packed your hospital bags yet? Is the nursery ready? Let us know in the comments below. But in the name of labour and birth prep, today we're going to talk about Braxton Hicks. Now, Braxton Hicks are actually practice contraction and are your body's way of just preparing for labour. Now, not every woman experiences Braxton Hicks, but if you do feel some gentle, fairly regular tummy tightening, then it may just be them. So how can you tell the difference between Braxton Hicks and the real thing? Well, trust us, it sounds like a really useless answer, but you will know. Braxton Hicks are at worst just a bit uncomfortable, but real contractions can be quite sore even in the early stages. But if you do find that your Braxton Hicks are getting more regular, more painful, and even more intense, then it might be the real thing after all. It's always best to call your midwife just to be safe, especially because in the coming weeks things could start at any time. And now it's bump time, so let's take a look at those blossoming 33-week baby bumps.
And I do feel like she's dropped a little bit. She's not engaged yet, I don't think, but she is still head down.
She is getting bigger by the day.
I just feel like it's really big and hard and round now, and she's just really cooking in there, isn't she?
I feel like it's gotten quite big this week.
What else can you expect? Well, we've got tons of vlogs over on Channel Mum for every week of pregnancy from other mums who are at the same stage as you are right now. So let's take a look at what they had to say about being 33 weeks.
So symptoms have basically been very similar to the last few weeks. It's just getting really hard. I'm having a lot of backache, a lot of sort of period pain.
Feeling a little bit nauseous sometimes, especially this morning. It feels like when you drink too much the night before and then you wake up in the morning and you feel really sick.
I've got that horrible sicky feeling where it feels like I've had a 10-course meal all the time, and if I leant forward I would be sick. It just feels like there's food up to here. I've been getting really numb, kind of pins and needles feelings in my fingers, and they haven't swollen yet. I can still get my rings off, but I'm on standby ready to take them off just in case.
When I first got my engagement ring, it was 2 sizes too big, and now it barely moves.
I had cravings recently and I've only just noticed them. I am really loving sweet stuff this time around. Pastries for breakfast, cake, chocolate, biscuits.
I'm obsessed with iced water this week. I'm really just I love water anyway, but I'm rushing to the freezer to get ice and just, oh, I just love iced water.
Heartburn is just through the roof. It is just all the time. I go through so much Gaviscon.
Leg cramps have completely moved to my shins now rather than my calves, which they were in the beginning, which is just weird because it's not a feeling that I'm used to, and it reminds me of shin splints, but it's not like shin splints.
Lots of movement, right, kind of on my right side again. This morning he woke me up at like 5 o'clock.
She's super active now. I'm starting to see bottoms stuck in the air and elbows and knees.
I've been really emotional. I'll read things like a letter from your anxious toddler, or you're doing a great job, mum, like all these articles people share on Facebook, and I'll just be sat in bed bawling my eyes out.
And now it's time to get honest with the channel mum, the good, the bad and the ugly of being at 33 weeks pregnant. The good. The thought that in a few weeks' time you will be drinking a glass of wine and eating pate has crossed your mind more than once, and it's a very nice thought indeed. The bad. You basically can't leave the house now unless you know where the nearest toilet is. Babe, can you pull in for a second? I really need a wee. And the ugly. All of that heavy baby in your tummy means it is most likely that you're going to get constipated again. I just want to poo. Why can't I poo? So as always, we hope you've enjoyed our textbook versus the truth about being 33 weeks pregnant. You are so close now, and we would love to hear how you're doing and how you're feeling, so be sure to let us know in the comments below. And if you'd like something to watch after this, then why not head over to Channel Mum and check out all the other vlogs from other mums who are 33 weeks pregnant right now. We'll leave the link down below for you. So that's it from us here at Channel Mum, but you take care and we will see you and baby next week for week 34.